Okay, so hello everyone. I am the president of Chickenlandia, and I would like to introduce you guys to my mother, who we refer to as the Queen Mother of Chickenlandia. And she's visiting, she's from Texas, and she's visiting Chickenlandia, so I thought I'd include her in some of our videos. Not only are we learning about Chickenlandia, but we're also going to learn how to ferment feed. I've been asked by so many of my friends and by my sister, the Pippa of Chickenlandia, to please make a video about fermenting feed. And it's so easy that it's like, you know, it can't be the only thing this video is about because it's so easy. So I have my jar here, and I'm going to show you really simply how to ferment chicken feed. You guys know I love scratch and pick feed. So this is organic, non-GMO chicken feed, and if you just look at it, it's like real food. You could, like, you know, eat that if you were really hungry.
I am right now.
Don't do that. I'm not supposed to say that. Disclaimer, do not eat. This is for chickens, okay? I'm just putting this chicken feed into this jar, and I'm gonna fill this up. It actually really doesn't matter because it's just 1 part feed and 2 parts water. And so that's the easiest thing to remember. So if you have a whole bunch of chickens, more than me, if you have lots and lots of chickens and you want to ferment all their feed, you just need to use a bigger container. And it's 1 part chicken feed and 2 parts distilled water. So here is my distilled water. And I am going to, you know, Mother, maybe I should make you pour it.
Okay.
So you're just gonna
like
put, so it's just the 1 part of chicken feed. So I'd say you just put about that much water in it. Okay. 1 part feed, 2 parts water. And you know, you're gonna, yeah, just a little bit more. It's gonna expand. So you definitely, like, however you do it, you definitely want to make sure that there's room for that expansion. And oh, we gotta mix this. I gotta get a spoon. Okay, so you just want to make sure that there's room because, you know, I've not made sure that there was room, and it was like this alien life form coming out of this jar. So you mix it, and then you can cover it. You need to let it breathe. So you don't want to cover it completely. So what I do, I just keep it on my counter, and I just take, like, the lid and kind of put it on halfway because it needs to breathe. That bacteria needs to breathe. And what you're doing is you are getting more vitamins, more minerals, more good bacteria into your chickens. It's a great way to save money because it expands, so you're getting more chicken feed out of what you buy. So a lot of people that are like, oh, I can't afford organic feed, but if you ferment it, you can make it go that much further. Every day, you are going to mix this, and by about the 3rd day, I just mix it once, and by about the 3rd day, it's gonna smell kind of like yogurty, and that's when it's, yeah, sour but not bad. It will not smell like it's rotten. You'll know if something wrong happened. And then that's when it's ready. Mother, do you know how Chickenlandia was born?
Sort of.
So I'm gonna tell you guys right now the story of how Chickenlandia came to be. So Chickenlandia, a lot of people think that Chickenlandia was named after a certain show, a funny show that is about Portland. That is actually not where Chickenlandia is from. That's not where I came up with that name, that idea. I like to think of Chickenlandia being born when you and Daddy came from Guatemala to the United States. So what year was that?
1965.
1965.
Yep.
And how old were you?
I was 23 years old. 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you can imagine, that was quite quite the journey for you and Daddy.
Yeah.
You came to this country, you didn't speak English.
Yes, we didn't.
You came to Texas,
Yes.
which is where I grew up. I grew up in just outside of Dallas, Texas, which was a really wonderful place with a lot of really great people, but there weren't a lot of Spanish-speaking people where we lived.
No, there weren't.
My dad passed away about 12 years ago. His spirit is still here. I feel like it's probably here right now.
It certainly is.
Yes.
The chickens outside.
Yes, my dad was a pigeon man.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was every animal man,
Yes.
actually.
My dad loved animals, so I inherited that from him and from you too. She's got a lot of cats.
Yeah, a lot of cats. Oh, I got 2 cats. For the record.
She's had more. So you and Daddy came here with my older brother and my oldest sister. And then years later, in 1974, they had the president of Chickenlandia. They didn't know it yet. I think maybe you did know that one day I would be president.
Yeah.
So
President of something, you know.
Yes.
I hope.
I was
thank
president of
goodness.
the house.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was a little girl that was growing up with immigrant parents in Texas, in a relatively small town in Texas. Sometimes I felt a little bit alienated from other people, and even from my own family, because I was very Americanized and I didn't speak Spanish or understand it very well. So I found myself kind of in this place where I was like between these two worlds. One thing that I do remember, a really fond memory of mine, is that my dad used to listen to shortwave radio.
Yes, we did.
And he listened to a station actually from Guatemala. And on this station, they played I guess is probably the most famous marimba
In Guatemala, yes.
marimba band in Guatemala, called Chickenlandia. So Chapin in Guatemala means Guatemalan people. Like that's the slang term for Guatemalan people.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of this radio show that my dad would listen to, it would start out, Chickenlandia. And so that's what I heard every single morning. So even though I was very Americanized, I had this memory, this really vivid and colorful memory of this music from the country of my family. So that was really where I feel Chickenlandia comes from. That's where I got the name, Chickenlandia. But so when I think Chickenlandia, it makes me think about, kind of finding who I was in the middle of these two worlds. So Chickenlandia is the place where everybody belongs. If you've ever felt alienated or lonely or whatever, and we've all felt like that. That's like that's another common denominator among humankind, is that we've all felt alone. You're never alone in Chickenlandia. So that is the story of Chickenlandia.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I've been fermenting for a few days, and this is definitely ready to go. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can hear my chickens and ducks in the background, but I think they know what we're doing because they really want to eat this. So it smells, you want to smell that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
smells good.
It smells like fresh yogurt.
Yeah.
And it's super good for them. So I am gonna just take this outside, and I supplement with fermented feed. Some people do their whole, that's all their flocks eat, which is great.
So how do they eat it? I mean, how do you serve it to them? Not
On a silver platter.
Oh, yeah, that's sure. I am sure that's true. Her chickens have a radio going out.
Yes, they have a radio to keep the raccoons away. I just mix this with their dry feed.
Oh, okay.
But what you can do is you can strain it, and then you can use the water from this on the next batch. And then it's that much more vitamins.
So actually, like you would make like kefir or
Kefir,
yogurt?
yes, yeah. So we know that's good for us.
Yeah.
This is good for your chickens. Okay, so we're gonna go outside. I'm gonna go gather the little king and the little prince of Chickenlandia. We're gonna go outside and give this to my chickens, and you guys can see how much they love it. So I hope you like this story of Chickenlandia. And now we're gonna go outside and spend some time with the flock. Here's the queen mother feeding her chickens. She looks just like Queen Elizabeth and her corgis.
Yeah, sure.
This is my point of view. It's Henry's point of view.
Yeah. So thumbs up from the yes, thumbs up from the citizens of Chickenlandia. On
And
their
also
fermented
thumbs up.
feed.
And also thumbs up the video.
Yes, please thumbs up the video. Please subscribe.
And
Please watch our other videos. Share our videos so that we can spread the love and acceptance of Chickenlandia all over the world. This is Dice.
yes,
Remember Dice? She was just a little duckling.
we like food.
Yeah, they like food. So this is Dice, the beautiful white one, the biggest one. The black one is Rosalina, and the little one is Candy Corn.